And I'm back. Hey Jackie, where's Dariana? Daviana, I'm sorry. Where my girl at? All right, y'all come on back in. Hey, Mary Ann is here from Hinesville. So welcome, Mary, and thank you for joining us. And Lily Reddick is here. Hey, Tan, how are you? Hey, Tina, thank you for joining us. Y'all come on back in. I was in a roll. It cannot stop us. Hey, Patricia. It was good seeing you this week. Hey, Tia. Thank you for joining us. Yeah, we weren't going to be stopped. And I was actually on the roll. And I'm gonna get back to where I was, right where I was. So just give me a few more minutes. I know, Tina, because I'm on the move. I'm moving around. Good to see Sharon, Renee, Tazwell. No, I'm not dressed up. I'm really actually dressed down. Yeah, we're back. We would not be denied. We would not be denied. Vanessa Taylor, good to see you. Cynthia Smalls, thank you for joining us. Yeah. Terrific Terry Mobley. I know you were at the concert. I know you are at that concert. Terry Mobley, are you at that concert? I know you're there. I know you're there. I know you're there. I already know you're there. I know you're there. Hey, Jennifer Hoffman, thank you so much for joining us. And I'm gonna go back because I was talking about our representative. Good to see. Hey, L.R. Pollen, thank you. Mia Mack, thank you. Priscilla Dickerson, thank you so much. You know, I was talking about our congressman in absentia. You know, there gets to be a point, I think should always be, that people are above party. Good to see Alderman Dietrich Leckett on. I know where he is. Thank you. Rita Fuller Yates, Black History all year long. Good to see you. Um, but it gets to be a point at which, you know, that your humanity should raise or be raised above your partisan leanings. And there was a time, I mean, and I'm being a student of history, certainly a student of government, you know, there were times, I mean, although you had severe policy disagreements with people of a different political party, the reality was that at the end of the day, we were all wanting the same thing. We might have had different views about how to get there. I mean, it was like, when you have, teams playing, the American League and the National League, everybody wants to win the World Series, but the All-Star game, hey, we're all on the same team. And unfortunately, we've gotten away from that. Good to see Dr. Pete Silver. I wonder where you are, Dr. Pete Silver. Good to see Councilwoman Patricia Middleton on. Thank you so much for joining us. I am glad you're on. Karen, good to see you as well. Rain Candy is on as well. LaMonica is on. I know LaMonica is at that concert. I know she's there. Also, hey, Bertha. Bertha has visited us numerous times, and Savannah's going to be your retirement place. Well, good. I'm going to give you some love for that. We would be so glad to have you, Bertha, to call Savannah home. There are many of us who Savannah chose us, and then there were many of us that we chose Savannah. So we appreciate that, and we would love for you to come and visit us soon. Good to see Lenard Young on as well. Good to see Pastor Thurman. Neil Tillman is on with us as well. Michelle and Mr. Bill is on. Thank you. Good to see Brother Ryan Purvis on. Thank you for joining us, sir. Also, Mike Bell from the ATL is on with us. Thank you so much. But I want to get back to that. Okay, you're home to Lamar Reckloff. Yo, good to see you. But we have to not die of suicide. Janita, thank you for joining us. Jackie is on as well. LaMonica, you're not at the concert? That child didn't take you to the concert? But, your humanity has to be bigger. I mean, here I am at the hospital with a wife that just lost her spouse, with children that just lost their parents or their mother, with educators that just lost their friend, and all some people could talk about, all Buddy Carter could talk about, was about the left and Democrats and Republicans. And unfortunately, that's the problem. The problem is nobody around Savannah was sitting there talking about political parties. We were talking about people. We were talking about humanity. And unfortunately, he's lost his humanity. And, and when you forget who you are and the reason why you were sent, and that's why, unfortunately, it appears that the people of Chatham County, I guess, have lost their confidence in you enough that you have not been able to win an election in a while in Chatham County. You could win the other places, but we need people to understand that there is a time for everything. To everything there is a season, and that was not the season for partisanship. It was a time to be able to bring people together. It was not a time for blaming. It was a time for blessing. It was not a time for finger pointing. It was time for bringing people in and bringing people together. And that is what Savannah is all about. So you can keep that partisan crap to yourself, talking about the left and all of that. And if you want to try to impress people who are not going to vote for you anyway, then just go ahead and do that. Because the MAGA folk don't like you either. So you can go off and be that. But here in Savannah, we're going to care about people. We'll deal with the politics of it all when that's time to deal with that. Right now, we want to know what was so important. What did this gentleman do that necessitated this law enforcement activity? What was so important? What was the forcible felony that he committed, and did the result justify the process? And that's what I've asked for our senators to inquire directly of the White House, because we don't want that crap happening in our city. We're just not going to stand for that. We're just not going to. And so I'm still a bit emotional about it, but I'm just going to leave it right there. The local police we don't enforce federal laws. There's an amendment that talks about the difference between the federal government and the state government. Our empowerment, our enforcement powers come from the state of Georgia. Therefore, we can enforce state laws. We can enforce local laws. We can't enforce federal laws unless we have an agreement. And no, we got enough stuff to do in Savannah to be going around running behind people who didn't do anything wrong, other than be in this country without the proper papers. We ain't got time for that. We'll be doing jaywalking next. Nah. Good to see Julia DeVeron on from Bowie, Maryland. Dr. Sally Mojica, thank you for joining us. And good. Stephanie Newell, thank you. I appreciate you. Tonette Pelota's on as well. Cynthia Johnson is on. Good evening. Good to see Idell Biles on. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, all of you. Thank you, Jennifer. Thank you, Alan. Yeah, he is. I mean, look, Dr. Silva, I will tell you, I will go around this state and tell people that you don't want to have a person that is your senator, that wants to be so partisan, that is trying so hard to have Donald Trump notice him, that he wants to name Greenland, a sovereign country, as red, white, and blue land, and who wants to give Donald Trump an award that he can't give. I mean, sometimes you can't. Sometimes don't try so hard. I mean, I just don't kiss up. What I appreciated about our senators, both Senator Warnock and Senator Ossoff, that I both spoke to, the first thing out of both of their minds was, is there anything we can do for you? How are the people? And I mean, that is the type of response we should have from our elected officials. Not sitting here talking about it's the left's fault or the right's fault. So thank you, Lucille. I appreciate that. Butina is on. Thank you. Stacy is in Chicago. And so, we'll wait and we'll see what happens. Thank you, Luis. We'll wait and we'll see what's going on, and we'll hope that the family will be able to get the justice and accountability that they deserve in this. And so, again, I don't know whether it was, I mean, Mike, I agree. So, yeah, he ain't our buddy. He is not our buddy. So, but anyway, I wanted to talk about that. That's the first thing I wanted to talk about. Second thing I wanted to talk about, and then we'll take a couple of minutes of questions if you have them, was some really interesting news. Good to see Angela on. Today, we announced, and this is huge. Good to see, oh wow, Diane Washington is celebrating a birthday today. Wow, goodness. Let me go ahead and send Diane some love. So, thank you, Diane. I appreciate that. Happy birthday. Kelly Michelle, thank you for joining us. Um, Danielle Barnes has joined us. Wow, we are really blessed today. So today we announced the results of a survey to determine whether human remains were located in Whitfield Square. We've heard for years that it was a burial ground for enslaved people. And we've heard that for a long, long time. There were former Negro burial grounds for people who were enslaved. And so we have found at least what they are calling 80 potential burial anomalies. And so this can be 80 graves or 80 sets of remains in and around Whitfield Square. And so although we can only do archaeological excavation to determine whether they're actually human remains, we know that either people are buried there or people were buried there. And so for us, that is huge, because I think for us, we shouldn't run from our history. And we've always thought, heard, and believed that this might be sacred ground. We know that the burial ground was in use from 1763 to 1844. And when it became overcrowded, we know that a second site was created at Gaston Street and Abercorn Street. And so in 1855, the city council at the time authorized the removal of the remains from the Negro burial ground to Laurel Grove Cemetery. But as you know, it was different. We don't know whether everybody was moved. We just don't know. We don't know. And so therefore, it's important for us to, whether it is or it's not, we know that at least 80 people were there, or 80 people are there, and then there were some mass graves in which, they were so close together we could not count them individually. So what we're going to put together an advisory board, because we need to recognize this site as being a sacred site. And so we want to understand our history. We're not going to run from our history. We're going to embrace our history. And we want to make sure that Whitfield Square, with the proper designation, is treated as an inactive historical burial ground. We want to make sure we did this in Colonial Park, and we want to make sure that it is always referred to as sacred ground. And so I just want to make sure you knew that. Good to see John Newsom on. Reverend Debbie Morris is on with us as well. Hey, Aviana is on. Hey, friend. Hey, my friend. I miss you, friend. I miss you. Good to see you. Thank you so much for joining us. So yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you, John. Yeah, so it's really something significant. So you'll hear more about it in the coming days, but we were able to use ground penetrating radar. So here we are in 2026, still learning, Rita, about Savannah's history. And, do we discard it? No. I mean, we embrace it. The city of Savannah owned slaves. And we're going to have to even reckon with that. But we do know that this was the sacred final resting place of people of color, both who were enslaved and those who were free. We know that they were there, or they are there. We're not going to go through the process of disturbing those final resting places, but I do think that we need to make sure that we are putting the proper respect on where they lay. So Letitia, thank you so much. I appreciate you joining us. So you'll hear more about that, but this is really, really exciting for us in a city like Savannah. So I wanted to lift up those things. So I lifted up Reverend Jesse Jackson. Regardless of what the federal government does, the flags in the city of Savannah will be lowered from March the 1st through March the 8th. As mayor, I can do that. And so, regardless of what they decide to do in DC and Atlanta, I'm lowering the flags in this city in honor of the Reverend Jesse Jackson, who, as a young man, someone who was in college, showed me that I can do anything I put my mind to. And so we want to make sure that we lift him as well. So, all right. So I'll answer a couple of questions. All right. Maria wants to know what I think about an international fresh seafood and produce market where tourists and locals can go and work. I have no problems with it. Somebody just has to own it. I had no problems with that at all. Somebody just has to own it. So I think the only challenge is we have some seafood places. I think it has to be a little further out, because it's a river, and so you don't want seafood from the river. But no, I mean, if someone wants to start that, we certainly appreciate that. Thank you, Ray Candy. I appreciate that. Any other questions? No, we're going to honor Reverend Jackson. We're going to do that. Janelle Ford from Brunswick is on. Good to see you. Thank you for joining us. Tell Commissioner Kendra Rowe we said hello. Any other questions? I know, again, folks are turning up in Savannah right now at the concert. For tonight in Savannah is Fantasia and Anthony Hamilton, and so I'm just glad for the folks to get out. So I'm gonna give some hall passes tonight. If they want to be outside for a little bit, then we'll let them be outside tonight. I'll forgive them tonight. Any other questions? Anything I can answer for you all tonight? I'm sorry for it cutting off a little bit, but we will not be deterred. Justin, again, first of all, two things, Justin. First thing is that I only reported what I was told. I knew the city of Savannah's police department was not engaged, and our county partners said they were not engaged. So I can't speak about what Commissioner Whiteley's statements were. I can't deal with that. And Justin, by the way, I hope that you get the information you're looking for. We're compiling whatever it is we have, but we're hoping to get the information to you soon that you're seeking. You could just ask for it. We would give it to you. There's nothing to hide. But anyway, so yeah, I can't even respond. You sending all that stuff, that's between y'all and Commissioner Whiteley. So, any questions? All right, so the women's Olympic hockey team, I think, got gold. When is the men's game? Iron Bull, I did get the flyer for your event. Justin, I have not made any disparaging comments about ICE. I mean, ICE is in our community all the time. We have federal partners who have offices in Savannah, so the fact that they're in our city is not unusual because they're always in our city. We have an issue with how these operations are carried out without public safety being first in mind. In their mind, it's apprehension first. Ours is about public safety. So, good to see Camilla Flintstyle on. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Yeah, Justin, but you could have just asked. We're transparent. we have nothing to hide in this administration. So, but anyway, just wanted you to know that I knew. Podcast Helen is on. Thank you so much. Any other questions? Anything else that I can address? Anything else that I can address? Getting the job done. That's what we do. Anything else? Good to see Pastor William Easton on. Thank you for joining us. I make sure. All right, Dr. Patricia West, you are excused for being late. This time. Good to see Mayor Vince Williams. I just saw that good brother this morning. Good to see you. Mayor Vince Williams is the mayor of Union City, Georgia, one of the most outstanding leaders in our country. So it's always good to see him. Thank you for joining us. Carlita Turman, good evening to you. If there's anything else, I need to know now because I got to go ahead and bounce. All right. Well, thank you so much, Tanel. You late, but I'm out now. So always appreciate all of you being with us. Oh yeah, look, I watch my back. Like that's what I do all the time. All right. Anything else? I am on the move. I'm on the move. Yes, sir. Love you too. Let's see. Rose, when we're going to break ground at Windsor Forest Community Center? It should be pretty soon. I think it might be. It should be pretty soon. I'll find out. Why do I think Jesse Jackson is being held in honor like he should be? Politics. Again, when you put partisans before people, those things happen. However, in the city of Savannah from March the 1st through March the 8th, the mayor of city of Savannah has declared that all flags on city buildings will be flown at half-staff. And I'm asking every flag in the city of Savannah to be flown at half-staff during that period. Just because other people don't do the right thing don't mean that we can't do the right thing, and we're going to do the right thing. So, all right, good night, Reverend Morris and Sharon Renee. Now, Pinky, how you just roll up in here all late? How you roll up in here all late? Thank you, Stacy. I appreciate that. Thank you. I appreciate you. Appreciate you being on, Brother Stacy. And Michelle and Mr. Bill, Brother Allen, thank you all so much. Thank you, Karen. I appreciate you. Mia Mac, thank you. Rain Candy, thank you. As well, Jeanette, thank you. Rose, thank you. Thank you. And Helen wants to know about the concert. I'm not at the concert yet, but if Delta cooperates, you never know. If Delta cooperates, you never know. So you never know. So anyway, thank you all so much for joining us. We appreciate you all joining us. And for those that are having a great time at the concert, I want you to have a great time. Thank you, Joyce. I appreciate you all. God bless you all. And thank you always for being Savannah Strong. Good night, everybody. Hey, Susie.